is because someone thought enough about you to get you on this call, right? And so we certainly want to recognize you and recognize those that are inviting. But meanwhile, we're going to say hello to Rika. Hello, Rika. Hello, Susie. Looking beautiful this evening. Hello, welcome to the call, Soda, the magnificent Soda. Hey, Lee. Oh, my goodness. So good to see you, sis. Welcome to the call. Hello, Kathy. I see you. Sean, welcome to the call. Michael Martin, great evening. Welcome to the call. And I see a lot of other friends. Agnes, what a beautiful name. Welcome to the call. Welcome to the call. We love seeing faces. Hello, Sherry. Welcome to the call. And if you're able to put your camera on, we'd love to see you. We understand that some of y'all are driving home. It's 9:30 p.m. Eastern where I am. I know it's about 6:30 somewhere else. You may be driving home on your way back. It's okay. Get excited and pay attention. But we want to see you. Hello, Cindy. Welcome to the call. Hey, Miss Pauline. Welcome to the call. And everyone else in the chats, let us know where you're calling in from. We see Arlington, Texas. We also see, I guess that's Northern California, right? The amazing Kathy Westfall invited you to the call. Welcome and great inviting Kathy, right? Who else we have? We have Northern California invited by Susie. Hey, Susie, you got D. Deleon is on the line. Welcome, D. Thank you for joining us. Who else we have? Sean from Wisconsin, and we got Alicia Murray from Chicago. That's my friend Alicia Murray is joining in from Chicago. So excited to have you on the call. Hello, Godfrey. Welcome to the call. We thank you so much for joining us tonight. All right, man, we are so excited. As you can tell, we like to have a lot of fun. It's a very warm and welcoming community, and you're here not by chance. Again, my name is Jared Ojeda. I'm out of Atlanta, Georgia, a very small city called Riverdale. By trade, I'm a sergeant in the fire department, but I'm also by night a freedom fighter. Why? Because we're helping people find their freedom. We found an amazing community that we're excited about, that is going places, that is impacting lives, and you get a chance to hear about it tonight. And I couldn't have a better combination, a better duo to share the information with you than individuals that have been in the industry of helping people fight for their freedom, right? For years, decades, actually, right? And this woman here tonight, she has become a fast friend, a mentor of mine. She has really impacted so many people throughout her years of living. And in fact, she found freedom. Right? She found freedom. And the best part about it is she wasn't happy with her freedom herself. She had to go back and grab a few more people and say, come with me. You'll like it over here. And because of that, it's impacted so many, not just here in the United States, but around the world. I am so honored to have her as my mentor, as my lifestylepreneur, and as a close friend. I almost feel as if we're family already. So do me a favor with our Zoom hands, because we're not in person, but with our Zoom hands, let's just welcome my good friend, Miss Sherry Sharman. Sherry, welcome to the call.
Well, thank you so much, Jared. I just love when you introduce this call because normally he's in his fire uniform, and I just love it because he's got his badge on, and it just, he's such a man of service. And we thank you so much, for welcoming and making everyone feel part of the family. And if you're brand new and this is your first time taking a look at what we're going to share with you here, welcome. This is something that we actually love to do, to be able to introduce to you something that literally changed my life. Over 30 years ago, in fact, we're getting close to 40 years in this industry for me. I was a preschool teacher, single mom. Actually, I was a Montessori preschool teacher, and I loved being a teacher. I just couldn't afford to do it. And someone invited me to see something similar to what you're about to see, and it really changed my life. And I hope that tonight it does the same for you, because it really is something that when you get a chance to meet our community and you get to see all the people, I have so many friends and family on this call right now that it just thrills me to be able to see. And a couple friends that I haven't seen in a long time. I want to do a shout out to Cindy. I am so glad to see you here. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. And for all of you, just relax. We're going to just share with you something real quickly and just show you why we're so excited excited about our company. And the person I get the honor to share this opportunity with you is a gentleman that I've known since he was in his early 20s. And I've watched him not only get married, have children, grow in this industry, become extremely successful, but he's one of the best teachers and coaches I've ever seen in this industry, because he truly does care about people's success. And I want to, top income earner, a legend in this industry, and I just want to introduce to you my good friend and partner, Muzaffar Najfi.
Thank you, Sherry. Happy, Monday. Oh my gosh. Welcome everyone. And thank you for the kind words. It's always hard. I don't care how long we've been working together, how many presentations. I don't know what to tell everybody. I really don't sometimes. If you're brand new, like if this is your first time on this Zoom, the only thing I can tell you is imagine a mentor or a coach or someone that you've respected and looked up to that guided you through pitfalls and challenges, and when you fell down, they picked you up and dusted you off, and as you grew and developed and created success later on in life, they're introducing you as an expert. Like it's still always it puts a big smile on my face, and it keeps me grateful and humble. And Sherry, thank you for everything you've done for me and my family, and thank you for the kind words and always coaching and guiding me. And I'm so honored you're a part of this company, this community, this project, and what we're doing. It's amazing. And for those of y'all that are brand new, somebody invited you and they were excited, right? Like they told you, hey, you got to get on this Zoom. You just got to hear, like whatever they told you. Maybe they told you about travel. Maybe they told you about business. Maybe they told you about savings. I don't know what they said, but whatever they said, somehow you said yes. The same thing happened to me. And this is actually my 30th year. This is my 30th year. In 1995, I was introduced to this profession. So my dad is from East Africa. My mom is Middle Eastern. We grew up in Minnesota. When I got there when I was 10. English was my second language. And my mom and dad made $30,000 combined income. And so my dad and mom always said that if you want to become successful, go to school. And I got fortunate. I mean, like school was school, but then I got to the university level because of football. I had an opportunity to play American football at a university level, and I wanted to go pro. I don't know if you've ever had a dream as a child, and for some of you, maybe your dreams came true. For me, I tore my ACL, MCL, and PCL ligament in my right knee my senior year in university. And I'll never forget sitting with the doctors and when they were looking at my MRI, and the doctor called the other doctors because he was like, I've never seen this before. It's not a good sign, just so y'all know. And at that moment, he was like, listen, there's going to be no more football for you, young man. And I cried. And it wasn't just because, I lost my dreams, because that was huge. But I promised my mom that when I made it to the NFL, I was going to retire her. So two things happened at that moment is I lost both of my dreams. And I'll never forget being at home after surgery, and my friend called me and he said, hey, what are you doing? And I said the magical word of nothing. And he said, I'm on my way to pick you up. And he picked me up to take me to a meeting. We're on a Zoom with people all over the United States and different countries right now, and technology is different today. I mean, gosh, for me, I remember when, like, if the phone was busy, there was no, like, I remember when there was no call waiting. Like, I remember, like, when you just didn't want someone to talk to you, you just put the phone off the hook, and that was just it. There was no texting. There was no emojis. There was none of that stuff. Now, at the time I got called to go see a meeting, we're not going to go way back down memory lane, ladies and gentlemen, but I will tell you is I went to an office, and I saw a guy that was 24 years old that was making $12,000 a month. And I want you to understand, that's a lot of money for me, like for me, and for some of you, it may not be, but for me at the age of 21, that was a lot of money. And when my friend and this guy said, you got to go to our training, our convention of our company, this was 1995. And in 1996, January, they had a convention at the MGM Grand Las Vegas, and there were 13,000 people there. And I'll never forget, like, I went and I had probably, my ticket was like ticket number 13,000. Like, I was the last guy in the very top back. And there was like a pole in front of me. And I watched the whole convention lean to the side. And I'll never forget when they introduced the number one income earner of that company. And just so you understand, that company in 1996 was listed as number one on Inc. 500 as the number one privately held company in America. And one of the founders and the number one income earner, a lady that was making six figures a month at that time, 1996. Like, what would that be today? Anyways, her name was Sherry Sharman. And that's the lady that introduced me. And I was taking up 15,000. So maybe it gives you an idea of why every time she introduces me, it's weird, you know? And so anyways, I saw this profession. What I'm going to show you today is light years ahead of where that company was. That company, with all due respect, Sherry, because what you guys created was phenomenal. Please accept this kindly. But everyone that's listening, what I saw in 1995 was like the cassette tape version of what you're seeing today. Just to give you an idea, what I'm going to show you has helped people create success so much faster, so much quicker. And the abilities that we've put together in today's time is phenomenal. So I'm going to share a company with you that I'm honored to be a part of. My business partners and I came together to put this company together, and I'm excited to show it to you. It's called Viago. And right now we're open in 40 countries and growing. But let me tell you what Viago is. Via means the way, the path. In Spanish, it means the road. And go means go, right? Like, that's what it means. And for me, I built 7 companies before coming to Viago. I've been the owner of companies. I've just been very fortunate in my financial career. And when I came together with a gentleman named Isaac, who's our CEO, before Viago, Isaac opened a luxury skincare company where he opened 900 stores in 40 countries. And his partner was L'Oreal. And my other business partner, Eddie and his business partners created the #1 travel membership company in the world with millions upon millions of members. So when we all came together a few years ago and said, if we could do something over again, what would we do? How would we do it? And we made this big list. And Viago was born. And in July of 2024, we pre-launched the company. October, we did our official launch event. And I'll never forget the week before the event, because that's when I called Sherry. I was so nervous and scared, even though I've been the guy over the last God knows how many years that's traveled around the world, that stood on stages and said, fear is false evaluations appearing real. And I was scared to call my mentor. I was scared to call a lady. I didn't know what she would say, what she would think. She's made millions. She was retired. She's busy. She has businesses, has a family. And she saw this. She said, I'll come to the event. And she flew to Las Vegas and she made a decision, and she's here. And you'll hear from her afterwards on why she said yes, but you're going to see why she said yes. I really believe it. Like, you're going to see what she saw. And I'll tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, we've put together the most incredible lifestyle and travel luxury membership that you've ever seen. It's the ultimate lifestyle club. Like, that's just what it is. So let me show it to you, because today the subscription model is something everybody's turning towards. Like, Apple has a subscription. Software companies are going to subscriptions. Like, you can't even get Microsoft Office anymore without a subscription. Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, subscription. Right? A gymnasium, it's pretty much a subscription. Your cell phone is a subscription. Like, all your bills are pretty much subscriptions. Like, if you think about it, we created something that everyone is going to need. That's what we wanted to put together. And travel is a major component of it. That's why you hear from a lot of people going, you got to see this. We're going to travel the world together. You got to see this. Let's go on vacation together. You got to see this. Let's go. Let's go. Like, that's what you're going to hear. And I want to share it with you, ladies and gentlemen, because it's growing. Travel is our first category. We have 6. We've got 4 more that we're negotiating right now. Like, this membership is going to continuously get better even though it's incredible right now. But let me show you the membership. The first is our travel portal. This is a booking engine where we have access to unlimited wholesale travel. Our partner that gave this to us, like, we signed a contract and we're blown away, because when you look at other companies like Priceline, Expedia, they all have a booking portal and they give discounted travel. They don't give you the wholesale price. They don't. They get the wholesale price, they mark it up, and they give you a discounted price from retail. But they make money on travel. We don't make money off of travel. We give the wholesale to you. So what you're looking at, this is your website, ladies and gentlemen. You will get this the minute you become a Club Viago member. This is yours. You just got to add your name to it. Just like when you become a Netflix member, you get a username and password and access into a back office, a portal. That's what you get here. Inside of the portal, you'll save money on hotels, car rentals. Yes, we have flights, but you don't hear me talk about it a lot because they're FAA regulated. And so a lot of the search engines are very similar with flight prices, but I have heard a lot of people like their flight prices with us. But I focus on hotels and car rentals and cruises and all these other fun stuff. But let's start with hotels. This is Las Vegas. The public price is Priceline and Expedia. Ours is the Viago price. Look at the savings. Look at Miami, Florida, 37% savings. Look at Glacier National Park, 34%. Look at New York, 57%. Like Venice, Italy, 54%. I have one for Puerto Vallarta that was 73% savings. I just went, actually, I'm going to Los Angeles on Thursday. Do you know that I'm staying at the Hilton and the public price, and you can check right now, the Hilton Los Angeles Airport, and it's $274. And I got it on Club Viago for $150. Like, I love this membership. My grandmother used to say that a penny saved is a penny earned. And it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. I actually think it's how much you make and how much you keep. But I'm just saying, like, you know, we all want to make more and keep more, right? And so category number one is beautiful. Checked off, done. Like, it's one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites is our VIP escapes. These are actual vacations we designed for you. We put the location, like this one is in Playa del Carmen. It's a 4-diamond property. Everything from all-inclusive to a host, like every bullet point that you see. Normally this costs $1,703 with no flights. With us, it's $850. Okay, that's a 50% saving. However, we're not done. We have a rewards program. When you get our Viago points, now don't get mistaken, the booking engine has its own reward credits. They have credits. These are Viago points. So remember, they're different. This one right here, 1 point equals $1. And you're going, wait a minute, really? Yes. Like, have you ever had rewards before? Like at the grocery store, gas station, airlines, credit card? Like, think about it. Like, 1 point doesn't equal $1. So we give you 600 points the minute you become a member with us. Wait, what? Yes, 600 points. And 1 point equals $1, and you can use it on vacations like this. So this one would come down to 700. We have one to Vietnam, 475. This is Dubai, 539. Another one in Dubai, 450. Spain, Costa Rica, South Africa, Thailand, Greece, Italy, Turkey, Mexico, Philippines. Like, it's incredible. And then you can design your own, and it's called Escape Your Way. Like, my friend just designed one for his son's graduation, and you'll see that on our website. It says travel with a former NFL player. And he's going on that trip with friends, and it's going to be an amazing trip, by the way. This is the next category. It's telemedicine, access to a doctor 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. My daughter got sick in December, 102.5 degree temp, shaking, shivering, crying. I mean, it's normal. And I picked her up from high school. I took her home, put her to sleep. My wife was like, we have to take her to urgent care. This is not good. And I said, baby, I said, listen, I want her to rest. Let me just call telemed. And what I did is I went online, right? And I booked an appointment. They called me in 2 minutes. And you know what? The doctor said, you don't have to go to urgent care. I know exactly what she has. And and sent the prescription to the pharmacy. And it was crazy, like how quick everything was done. And for those of y'all that are independent contractors, you can get health insurance through our membership. We are partnered with our own insurance company that has its own underwriting. Like they're their own underwriter. They've saved us 20 to 60% on our medical premiums, plus their supplemental coverage. This is one of my favorites. If you're paying attention, you have got to be going, this guy has said everything is his favorite. Yes, I have. I really have. I'm just saying, because it is. Like everything is my favorite. I was honored, and like I had the fortune to be a part of the mastermind of putting this together. It's like having a baby. Like even when you have to change their diaper, it's your favorite. I'm just saying, like thank God we don't have any doo-doo. Like Sherry, I don't know where I was going with that. She's like, what is he talking about? Listen, none of this is scripted. I'm just saying, like, I'm excited because every part of our membership is smiles and cuddly and cute and laughter and it's all cuddles. Like that's what I love about our membership. So I am excited about everything. Anyways, you know what's going to happen? Sherry's going to go, hey, Muzaffar, future presentations, leave that part out. I can already hear it. Anyways, so you don't have to tell me, Sherry, I'm already with you. Listen, hence I've been coached and mentored by this woman for, a very long time. So, when you say something wrong and you go, oh, I shouldn't have said that. And she's looking at me, trying not to look at me. It's like, it's kind of like when you get in trouble from your parents and then you go, but I love you. And then they can't get mad at you afterwards. So anyways, let me just continue. This is Daily Deals, which we have not access, like we're literally partnered. It's almost like having a million friends. Like, do you remember when you were younger? Did your friend ever get a job somewhere that you were like, ooh, you got the hookup? For me, it was my friend at Foot Locker. And for him, it was me because I worked at a clothing store. And then our friend got a job at the movie theater. Like that's what this is. Except it's the movie theater, it's Six Flags, it's Disney. Imagine having a friend at Disney hooking you up. SeaWorld, Sunglass Hut. My buddy actually worked at Sunglass Hut. Kenneth Cole, like everywhere. It's funny, my friend called me today, my neighbor, and he's like, hey, I want to buy this. And I go, look, I know the general manager of the dealership. Like, it's so funny. Not only do I know the general manager, but I'm telling them that you need to go on Club Viago and you'll get an extra kickback. But the point is who do you know? Here, a million retailers. Welcome to the membership. And there's over 80,000 events. This is one that I'm going to tell you on here. Like there are so many people that have saved money on movies and all kinds of stuff. My buddy Jim came on last week's presentation. He said he went on Member Deals, which is this area, clicked on shopping, clicked on view all, and he went to go do his car insurance, his car and all of that. He saved $2,300 through us because we have a special code that you give to them. Like, it's amazing. $2,300 on just car insurance a year. And I'm telling you, we save people a minimum of $4,000. If you're taking notes, write this down. It will cost me more money not to have Club Viago. I'm just saying. And then we have our own shopping area, which is like our own marketplace. And it's different than the one that's on the booking portal. I'm just saying, this is in your back office and you get clean, plant-based nutrition, world-class, Dead Sea personal care, and it's at a discounted price that you can't get anywhere else. And you can use your Viago points to bring the price down. So these are all the categories that I just talked about. And the beautiful thing is the minute you become a member, we give you 600 points. My CEO's model is that we give you more than you give us. The minute you become a part of this community, you will feel like you got a present. And I'm going to show it to you. To set up this membership, it's $450 to set up this membership. And then you get 600 points immediately. Like, that's kind of like I'll tell you, Sherry introduced her friend Rika, who introduced her friend Jennifer. And Jennifer was like, Muzaffar, I'm really not spending anything. And I looked at it first going, what? And I didn't want to say anything disrespectful. And then she was like, but Muzaffar, if you're giving me 600 points, it's kind of like I put money into a travel savings account and then you gave me extra for doing so. And I looked at her like, oh my God, that was so smart. Like, that was so smart. And then the 99 a month, we give you 100 points. She goes, so Muzaffar, I'm telling my friends that not only do we get started with this, not only do we get all the other benefits, but we're just adding to a savings account roughly $100 a month, and they're giving us 100 points. Like, it's awesome. Like, the mindset is so incredible. By the way, how many of you have a subscription somewhere? And I can't see you if you're raising your hand. That was kind of like a question that you answer to yourself. But if you're going me, right? If you did this, just so you know, I know you have a subscription somewhere. What do they give you for being loyal? That's my question. What do you get from Netflix for being loyal for 12 months? Do they give you free movie tickets after 12 months? What do you get from your cell phone company for being loyal for 12 months? From your gym that you're a member at? Like, with us, for 12 months, consecutive membership, you'll get either a vacation as a gift or an extra 1,000 Viago points. How many of y'all are math in the math? 600 at the beginning, 100 every month for 12 months, and 1,000 gift. That's 2,800. Like, I love this. Our whole tagline is to live life amplified every day, everywhere, right? Like, I love this. So let's talk about it. How many of you know someone that needs this, wants this? How many of you know people that you would love to travel with? Who do you know that you want to save money for? Who do you know that has car insurance that would love to save $2,300 a year? And your answer for that should be everybody, unless they don't have a car. At least everyone that has a car. I was going to say over 18, but not everybody that's 18 has a car. The point is that everyone I know needs this for something. And you're talking about, for $49, you become an ambassador with us and you can earn commissions. We would rather pay you than do advertising. Like, I was watching the Super Bowl and one commercial cost $3 million for a commercial slot, not including the cost of putting the commercial together and paying actors, actresses, athletes. Like, with us, we pay you. And there's 5 ways that we pay you. So let's talk about the first 2, because we're going to keep it simple. When you introduce somebody, you'll earn $100. The minute they become a member, you'll earn $100. When you introduce 2, it's 200, 3, 300, 5, 500. Yes, 6 is 600. Why am I stopping here? Because when you personally introduce 6, not only do you earn 600, but starting the next month, your membership is free. So we do this presentation every Monday, every Wednesday, every Saturday. Every Monday, every Wednesday, every Saturday. Every Monday, every Wednesday, every Saturday. Same time, same Zoom, same everything. You can count on us. Outside of this, there are Zooms that Jared does, that Eric does, that Shar does, that Jeff does, that Jesse does. That there's so many people doing these Zooms, ladies and gentlemen, that you can introduce people. We've got videos that do this. We have a PowerPoint. The one that I'm using right now, you can download and use. We want to help you get 6 before February ends. But what if it took us 2 months, 3 months, 6 months? What if it took us a year to help you get 6? You still saved more money than you spent. Think about that. And when you start introducing other people, some people will do it like you. Some people will do it faster than you. Sherry got her 6 in less than a week. Her friend Kathy did it in 4 days. She has a friend named Ricky that did 9 in 24 hours. Look, the second way we get paid is a residual. My friend said that a residual dollar is better than a regular dollar. Warren Buffett said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. So we build 2 teams here, because in insurance, you have a broker and you have insurance agents. In real estate, you have a real estate broker and real estate agents. In Viago, all of you can build a team. You can introduce people who introduce people, and you will get credit for all of it. So let's say that you introduce Susie, and Susie introduced Jared, and Jared introduced Sean, and Sean introduced Cindy, and Cindy introduced Tony. Now you have 5 people on your team, even though you only introduced Susie. And let's say it happens again. Like, my friend Paola is on here that lives in Colombia, South America. So what if you introduced her, and Paola introduced her friend Danielle, and Danielle introduced his friend Juan, and Juan introduced his friend me, and I introduced my buddy Jill. Like, do you understand? You now have an international business, and we keep track of everything through our ABS system. That $49 that you spend to become an ambassador, You get an ambassador business system that tracks your members, your customers, your team, your commissions, it's a whole software system that we spent millions on. You spent $49 one time, and then every year to maintain it, it's $99. So let's go back to this. When you have 5 members left, 5 members right, and everybody's keeping the Club Viago membership, you're earning $50 a month. When it gets to 1010, you become a silver ambassador, and you're now earning $200 a month. Remember, there's 5 ways we get paid. This is only the second way. When it gets to 25 left, 25 right, you become a gold ambassador, and you're earning $500 a month. Most of us have been taught that if you do 40 hours a week and you earn this many dollars an hour, you will earn this as a paycheck. If you do this, you get that. That's how this works. People always ask, how does my team grow? Well, guess what? The first way is everybody's going to try to get their own 6. So as you introduce a few people, everybody's trying to get their 6. That's one of the ways that this thing grows really fast. 50-50, you're at $1,000 a month as a sapphire. As an emerald, you're making $2,000 a month. Diamond, $5,000. Blue diamond, $10,000. Red diamond, $20,000, and so on. As long as everybody maintains their membership every month. Now check this out. I'm not here to guarantee you that just because you sign up, you're gonna be rich tomorrow. Just like if you go to a gym, they're not going to guarantee that you'll have muscles because you join. We will teach you and train you how to do this. We have an online system called Inner Circle. It's free for the first month. Just get that, look at it, use it, listen to it, and you'll be blown away at the information that you receive on a daily, hourly, minute-by-minute basis. And then we've got our live events. We have a regional training that's happening on March 8th, and then we have our national event in Atlanta. We have 3 national events in the United States, 3 in Europe, and 3 in South America. And before we go into how to get started, ladies and gentlemen, what I would love to do is just have you hear from a few people that have had some success with us. And look, you know, I want my friend that's in Northern California, Kathy, if she could quickly just share her story. She got started with Sherry not too long ago, and I'd love for you to hear. Kathy, in 30 to 60 seconds, if you could kind of share with everyone what's happened, that would be fantastic.
Did I hear you say 3 minutes? No, I'm just kidding. Thank you so much, Muzaffar. Great presentation. You are just so thorough, and you helped make this company for people like me. I'm a single mom of 4 kids, and I'm a realtor, and I own another business, and I own another business. And I'm as good as my last deal in real estate. I make a check and then I have to start over again. And residual income is something I've always wanted. And I met Sherry Sharman when I was 22. I worked with her. She's inspiring. She's supportive. She believes in all of us. And now in November, she called me at 72 years old. She's 72 years old. She said, I'm getting out of retirement and I'm starting a business. And I was more afraid not to get started than I was to get started. This concept, I 100% agree with. I love it. All the millionaires are using it. And why can't we? I really agree with it. And thank you so much for this opportunity, all of you.
That's fantastic. And congrats on getting your 6. And it was great seeing you at the training. And I love that your daughters are involved. I enjoyed meeting your son. It was absolutely fantastic. I would love to go over to my good friend, Benjamin Bradshaw. Ben, I don't know if you are in an area where you can unmute my friend, but if you can, that would be fantastic. I would love for people to hear your quick story, bud. And if not, it's no worries. I will go to my good friend, Steve. Steve, if you could tell your story while Ben is trying to unmute, that would be incredible.
I would be happy to. Thank you so much for the opportunity here. My name is Steve. I'm living in North Hollywood, Southern California. I'm a golf coach by trade, so if I don't teach, I don't make money. So I've definitely enjoyed the philosophy of this industry. But I got started in October at the launch, and I saved about $60 a night at the hotel. That was my first use of the membership. It was fantastic. And then seeing the training, I saw the leaders. It was really incredible to see that part of it. And then I went to Bali. And when you go to the trips, you see that the trips are real. You've seen the training is real. I started to get paid by just helping people get started with the membership. We've started to create a nice little army of golfers who love to travel. So find the niche of people that really fit with you and just get out there and travel with them. So the checks are real, the trips are real, and I'm super excited about seeing everybody in Dubai next week.
Oh man, that's awesome. I know one more person that's going to Dubai, and that's Jared Ojeda. I know he introed the call, but you didn't really get to hear his story. Jared, could you tell everybody what's happened since you started with Viago?
Absolutely, Muzaffar. Thank you so much for allowing me to share. Jared Ojeda from Atlanta, Georgia, small city, Riverdale. I'm a sergeant in the fire department by trade. And when we saw this amazing community, I simply just wanted to take my wife on some vacations. I could not afford to do it on a sergeant's salary. And just let me understand, I would put my best to the community. I'd give them the very best. And I was coming home, giving my wife the rest. And she just wanted to go somewhere and enjoy. And I could not afford it. I had to go get a second and third job, and it just wasn't working. So when we saw discounted travel, it was a no-brainer. We jumped in, we locked in, we started taking trips, and the trips were real, just like Steve said. And authentically, a lot of our friends was asking us, how are we traveling? We invited them, and before you know it, the company was paying us. But it wasn't until I had some real conversation with Muzaffar and a couple of other leaders, and they said, listen, the trips are real, you're enjoying it. Now let's go help more people. Let's go bless more people, and let's get paid. And he said, we're going to create a system that's easily duplicatable, that while you're at work, Jared, because typically I'm in my uniform, like Sherry said, I'm at work. He said, Jared, if you just plug people in and let me work for you, let Sherry work for you, let Steve work for you, and let Ben work for you, we'll produce you a residual check. And I said, I can do that. So that's exactly what we did. We plugged into this system right here. We waived our fees. I no longer pay a monthly fee. We became a residual earner. Why? Because not only am I plugging into the call, all of my people are starting to plug into the calls, and they're inviting people. And so it just made an easy system that can work for you no matter how busy you are. So I'm so forever grateful. I am going to Dubai this next week. Just found out Muzaffar will be in Puerto Morales in May, hanging out with your best friend. He invited us on that trip. And then right after that, we're going to be in Puerto Rico. Yes, I am the traveling firefighter now. So I'm so excited. I got a saying, I go, you go, we go, Viago. Let's go.
I love it, Jared. Before you end, I just want to ask you a question. We did a Zoom together, and a lot of people would be scared to do this. On that Zoom, you had family. You had your Nana on there. You had your brother, your sister. You're like, who else was on there? There was a big group, and it was the first time you did this ever. And I'm honored that I got to be a part of it with you. But who was it, family wise?
Well, I do come from a large family. I'm one of 11. Okay. So for the first time, I was able to grab all 11 on a call and say, hey, you have to see this. And I couldn't think of anyone better than you, Muzaffar, to share the vision, since you were so instrumental in getting it started. And because of the leader that you are, you literally care for each and every person that you sponsor. And so I couldn't put no one better in front of them. And I just wanted them to understand not what we were doing, but more importantly, where we were going. Because I did not want the closest people in my family to say, I did not tell them about this. They could not come back and say, you did not tell me. So I wanted the very best to get in front of them and share the vision.
Well, listen, I was honored. And I know a lot of times people are hesitant to call people that they know. And I know for a while you weren't sure of what you were going to bring your family to. And you had seen other businesses. And for the first time, you put everybody to see Viago. And I just want to say I'm really proud of you. That was an amazing call. And congratulations on the results that came from it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's really simple, right? We do introduce this to people. And if you were going to travel and you were going to save money and you did have the real hookups and you did have the right situation, who would you share it with? But before you do that, do what we all did, is get started. And it's so wild because when we talk about getting started for $450 and $49, which totals $499, sometimes people go, well, I got to wait for my next paycheck. And I always tell people that successful people, they do things that we weren't told to do. They use other people's ideas, other people's efforts, and other people's money whenever they do business. And when I thought about this, I used a credit card. And some people say, Muzaffar, I don't have one. And I've seen things all over TV like Chime. Well, they'll Chime, literally CHIME, where they give people $500 instantly. And my brain, when I mean instantly, I mean in 2 minutes. And I've seen it happen to a friend of mine. And my brain automatically said, if you use Chime's money to start in Viago and you introduce 6 people and you paid the 600 back to Chime, or 500, Nothing came out of your pocket. You made a profit. You now have a business that no one can take away from you. You now have a free membership, so you have no more overhead. Like, you can't finish a race that you haven't started. So get started. Timing is everything. Your friend called you today and said, you have to see this. This is your position. It's yours to take, keep. No one will take it away from you. Only you can give it away. So if you accept this tonight, it's yours. And anyone that comes after this goes on your team from your friend, and anyone they bring. And you start building a team because of you and your friend. Now, if you wait, that means that you gave your position away. You did, not us. And the next person that joins goes right there. And when you're ready, you go in the next available spot. There is truth to the early bird gets the worm. Sherry says the longer you wait, the further you fall. And then you'll miss out on all the people that are going in other teams that should have been underneath you. A, B, or C, ladies and gentlemen. I was an A. Sherry was an A. A lot of us were A's. And that's someone that's ready to go. A B is someone that wants to be a customer, and we love our customers. And a C is someone that wants to wait and see. My advice is don't do that. Because you know what? Fear is temporary. Regret is permanent. This will be one of the biggest companies in the world. It'll be the biggest lifestyle membership ever. And regret is real and painful. And Sherry, I'm so honored that you said yes. And I would love for you to share with everybody why. You know, why after you just, reconnected with your husband when COVID locked him up in Australia, and you finally, the last couple of years have had a great life with your hubby, your grandchildren, your son, taking care of your mom. You have a business you just invested in, and you joined Viago. And not only did you tell your husband and son to take care of the business, you're all in full time. Why? Why Viago? Why now? And don't get me wrong, I love it. I'm grateful. Please don't go anywhere. But because you've been a major impact in my life. But I would love for everyone to know why. And Sherry, I'll turn it over to you. You're muted. I'm sorry. You're muted, Sherry. There you go.
There you go. Sorry, guys. That's a long answer for why, because number one, and it's something for all of you, I hope you have gallery on so you see all these faces and you get to kind of see our community. And it really has to do with the community that we have, because in my years of building this business, this is what I always dreamt it could be, where everyone were positive, motivated people that really cared about you and want to help you become successful. And that is what Viago stands for. And when I got to meet the CEO, and it really was impactful, because you kept talking about him, Muzaffar, and you kept saying Isaac this and Isaac that, and you have to meet him, and he's so different than the other owners of companies. And when I met him, I have to say, he was not only someone that I felt I could trust, but I could bring my friends and family to, and that was something that in this industry, I've built large organizations, and I've had owners, forget where they came from, or they changed the product, or they changed the comp plan, and you built all these people up, and then you're nervous about bringing them to something else. This is something I feel safe, and I love that feeling. And at my age, which actually not 72 yet, I will be 72 next month in Dubai, when I will be there celebrating with 400 other Viago members. But I truly believe that this is a golden opportunity for people to have fun and travel and make money. For me at this time in my life, when it's supposed to be my golden years, it really is golden, because I get to hang out with all of you. So appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. And Muzaffar, I'm going to turn the call back to you.
I appreciate it. And thank you for that. And ladies and gentlemen, listen, it's that time, right? Where you're going to get together with the person that introduced you. And the question they're going to ask you is what part of the presentation interested you the most? I remember when, Sherry got started, because of that, our dear friend Soda got started, and Soda I've known for years, and he introduced another dear friend, Cheryl, and this wonderful lady. I remember meeting her for the first time, and we asked her the same question: what did you like most? So your friend's going to ask you, what did you like most? And Cheryl was like, everything. Most people are like everything, or travel, or And I always ask, do you like everything in travel as a customer, or would you like to, also build the business as well? And the only hesitation for folks at times is maybe they either tried something before or they had a friend that tried something before. And at that point, people start thinking about what they went through in the past. And my only advice to those of y'all that are on here is, number one, don't compare yourself to other people that have failed. Because if you do that, you wouldn't try anything at life. And number two, don't push your pain forward. Just because something happened in the past, that doesn't mean that today isn't a better day and tomorrow has a new story, because it hasn't been written yet. We learned from all of our mistakes, because that's what creates experiences. All of us have gone through challenges. None of us are perfect. My suggestion is this, because for me, if I wouldn't have gone through bad relationships, I would not be married to my best friend today. But because of heartbreaks, because of challenges, because I had that gut-wrenching feeling when things didn't go right, I learned what I wanted in life. And today I've been married for 20 years and we have 2 beautiful young girls because I took a chance. And I'm telling you, I've tried other companies in this profession and things went wrong. Thank God I didn't push my pain forward. Don't do that to yourself. Get started. Do this one. Because I'll tell you, fear is temporary. Regret is permanent. Let's go after this. Get together with the person that invited you on. Get started. Don't miss this. Have a great night, everyone, and God bless.
God bless.
Thank you so much.